What's going on? What's going on? The camera looks a little bit weird, so I hope you guys can see me. I don't know. The camera's fine. It just looks weird. Maybe a little bit better. And I got my Palmer's coconut oil on because, just got out of the shower. But guys, that's not what I'm here to talk to you guys about. I'm here to do a story time to talk to you guys about the time I was, like I said, I was scammed by a Verizon Fios. Now, so I don't know if you guys all know, but we moved to a state where they do not have Xfinity. Xfinity is just, cable, internet. Where we live, they only have Cox or the Verizon. Yeah, I gave them a call the day that we had our movers coming and they were coming to drop off our stuff. We had already been in our place for about a week without our stuff. So, we're so excited to get our stuff. I wanted to make sure I got like the cable internet hooked up, soon. So I called them while they were, here doing whatever they had to do. So I look it up online, like the Verizon, and I happened to, well, I didn't know this at the time, but I was calling the wrong one. Before I continue, our realtor had told us like, when you call them, the customer service is not really that great. So if you choose the Verizon instead of the Cox, then you might get, crappy, customer service. So I was already expecting that. So guys, when I call there, I'm talking to him and I'm telling you, and I said this to Kim many times, I felt like I was being scammed. First of all, the person I was speaking to, I couldn't really understand what he was saying. It's from a different country, whatever. Sometimes it's hard to understand if you don't speak the language or whatever. So I'm trying to follow, like giving him information, asking us what we want, letting him know which bundle package I want because I had already looked up which one I would like and all that with the internet speed and all that. So I had that down. I'm just in the background hearing like, how you hear other people working too, but it kind of seemed like it was maybe like a recording, like we want to make it seem like we have all these people in the call center and it's not, whatever. I kept it in the back of my mind, and this phone call is taking time, you guys. It's taking so much time to where I was getting so frustrated. And he goes, "We have this deal for today," which of course people hear deals, and you're like, for today that if you put this amount down, you won't have to pay for, you get a whole month, like, I was like prorated or whatever. So I was like, oh, okay. So I, asked him about it, still the same. The guy's talking, he's like, didn't doing his stuff. And then he's, of course, we get to the part where they got to get the billing information and the address. So I give him the address, give him the address. And then he's like, okay, so I'm going to have to get you over to our billing department because obviously like the billing has to take the money and everything, which mind you, if you call like Xfinity or something like that, everything's done on one drop. Nobody's transferring you over to billing, none of that. Dude, I didn't even think about that. Why? Right there, I should have been like, I should have been like, suspicious, something's going on, something's not right. Ty hang up the phone. Of course it didn't hang up the phone. I was like, okay, I get transferred to this other person. It sounds exactly like the same guy I was speaking to. Not kidding. He's over there, yeah, hi, ma'am. So you're gonna go get this, blah, 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 da, 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 da. And I'm like, yes, I'm like, at this point, I'm like, this is it. So he's like, okay, so I'm gonna get some information from you, your first and last name, your address, our card information, your social security number. Your social security number. I'm just like, what? And not thinking, like, again, we have people coming through the house, not stopping to like, damn, but always in the back of my mind, literally feeling like I was being scammed. So it was a point where when he kept coming back after asking like, it's been declined, the card has been declined. I'm like, excuse me, this is not being declined. I know what we have and what we don't have. So that was kind of iffy. And he kept asking, goes, oh, do you have another card? Oh my God, you guys, like he asked for another card. I'm like, Kim, this man is sitting here saying the card is declined, blah, blah, blah. She goes, well, do you want to give him another card? And again, now we're like, getting our stuff delivered. So nobody is taking a back seat to sit down and to like think about like what is really happening. But I did kind of have an outburst. I was like, this is sounding a little too fishy for me, guys. I said, if you guys are sitting here trying to scam me, this is da da da. Like, I went off, said, this is recording line, did all this kind of stuff. These people didn't budge into shit, right? Okay. Frustration. Now, he's like, ma'am, no, I just don't know, this, blah, blah, blah. So then we give them another card number. Another card number on top of my social security number and all of this, guys. When I'm like, I need to speak to the manager. I said, something fishy's going on. I don't understand this. This is crazy. I don't know what this, da, 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 da. Mind you, at this point, they already have 2 credit card numbers. And I'm speaking with the manager. The manager comes on again, same kind of like hard to understand who. At this point, I'm like, damn, I'm like, I don't know. Because you normally get a variety of different kind of people. If you call a variety in a big company like that, you would know that, right? But I'm still getting the same kind. So I'm like, something is not right. Something's not right because it wasn't right. So I'm telling them, like, I've been on the phone for about an hour. They're telling me that my card is this and this and that. The guys I was speaking to were talking over me, not hearing me. So again, I'm like, this can't be it. But still trying to go on because we need the service, we need Wi-Fi. We haven't had Wi-Fi. We've been sitting here watching DVDs, doing whatever, like just because that's all we had. Because we didn't have any internet, nothing, and then of course you can only use your phone so much. You don't want to use up all your hotspot because you need it for other things, So he's like, oh, I'm so sorry, there's something going on with the card. He goes, let me go ahead and send you PayPal. And I'm like, excuse me, like, what company sends someone PayPal? You're gonna send me PayPal to pay for them? Like, like, this doesn't seem right. So he goes, I'm gonna send it to your phone. So he pops it up and comes my phone, it's PayPal. And I'm still thinking like, and the whole time he's like, okay, we're gonna take this off. So all you have to pay now is $1.99. $1.99 my ass. So we paid $1.99. But what about not there yet? So, okay, I'm just frustrated. I want to get off. Oh, your date is July, blah, blah, blah. That they're going to be here to install. Somehow they were able to get a date. I'm like, okay, fine, blah, blah. Done with them. Hung up after an hour. Told him my frustrations. Like, I'm like, Kim, I feel like we were being scammed. I feel it. So, mind you, a couple days later after this, Kim is like, we got to charge for this side of the account and this. I'm like, oh. I'm like, I don't know. I said, I could be the movers, but I know that was a legit company. So I'm just trying to like make it seem like it couldn't have been these fools who I just got scammed by. So, and more charges came, and then our bank had called us. They had stopped all these charges, but before they stopped charges, they were able to get a couple $100 from us, from our cards, before we had to end up turning off our cards, getting whole new cards because of this thing that has happened. Whole new cards, guys. So stupid. I cannot believe that. Also, to the point where we ended up calling Verizon, the right Verizon. So we called this lady, and then Kim called her and explained to her like what had happened. She was able to look to see that they had my first name spelled wrong, my last name wrong. They did somehow figure out how to get us a date, but nothing was paid for at all. They had never took any money from anything. We just had a date. So, and she's like, oh, that's suspicious because they never got anything. There's no account or nothing put to it. Like I had made an account to it with them and I was talking to them. None of that was done. So I was just like, oh my God, my heart had like literally dropped. So while she was talking to them, I called the number back from what they were calling me. And sure shit, guys, with the Verizon lady on it, I put it up to the phone and he's like, thank you for calling Verizon, whatever. And then she was like, the lady was like, give me the number. She tried to call him and they said the number was disconnected. So there was something. They knew it, but they were like, oh. So, and then I got on the phone. I was like, you tried to scam me. I was like, police are coming. You better watch out, blah. I went off, cussed them out, just let them know. And I kept calling back, telling them that they're going to be, caught. Someone was going to come get them, blah, blah, blah. Because they kept, like, I don't know how many people they did this to, but I know they did it to me. So what I had to immediately do, Kim had found this company. I'm not sure it's where they could I'm gonna try to see if I can find it. It's for my social security card, so like no one could try to take anything, any like thing out like in my name. Um, just to protect my identity because I did get them my social security card. You guys have to be really aware of this. I needed to be more aware of this. Now I'm going to be very cautious of whoever I talk to, if I give money to, any of that on the phone, especially after that, because I went into my phone and found that Verizon and called it because I thought it was legit. Moving to a new state, thinking that that is it, not knowing it was, yeah, it was a big, huge lesson. Like I even have a message from them where they even spelled my name wrong, and that talking about here's the Verizon, this is the date, all that. Just found them right here. Mm-mm-mm. I told myself that I was gonna put them on blast because you just don't do that to somebody. I mean, they were taking money out doing crazy stuff. Like these were charges going to jails, other all kind of stuff, y'all. It was very crazy and very, very scary. Very scary. It was very scary. So yes, I did get a big lesson with that, being scammed for more than a couple $100. It is crazy. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was trying to look for that place. Excuse me. I don't really know what it's called. It's like the says no. I'm not sure. I'll have to ask him. I might share, but it's just a company that you can call, and they can freeze your account for your like everything for amount of time, just so they can stop the suspicious action, especially towards your social security number and all that. Like all of that, we don't know what they could have tried to do after that, but and I got scammed, and it was very scary. It was very scary. A couple weeks after that, trying to get everything fixed. Um, I guess I'm sharing this with you guys so you guys can be more aware. Ask questions, don't give out your information. I thought I was doing the right thing by asking for the manager. Still got the same kind of thing and same kind of person, and they were still able to scan us. And they were still able to give us a date because they somehow got into their system to get us a date for them to come to set up, but no money was tied to it. All the money was going to wherever they were. It's just messed up, man. It was very messed up. So learned a big lesson. Moved to a new state, learned a lesson. Now I'm very cautious about many things, especially your social. You have to cancel credit cards, like your, and all of it. Like get different ones just because you don't know. Well, thank you guys for watching. I hope this is can help someone out there or stop someone from doing something silly. Like think before we do things. You know, I took an L, but I learned from it. All right, guys.